Now, moving on to my holiday and leisure clothes. Let me go ahead and write that out for you. Holiday and leisure clothes. The image you see here are called swimming trunks. Swimming trunks. And swimming trunks are worn by men when they go swimming. Worn by men when they go swimming. So swimming trunks, as you can see here, is this, and they are worn by men when they go swimming. Now, moving on to my next clothing. This is called a bikini. Bikini. And bikinis are worn by women when they go swimming. Worn by women when they go swimming. Go swimming. So this here is called a bikini. Now, moving on to my next clothing is swimsuit. Swimsuit. This is also worn by women. Also worn by women when they go swimming. This is called a swimsuit. These are holiday and leisure clothes, you guys. Let's not forget that. And this is, again, I'm going to repeat it. It's called a swimsuit. Now, moving on to my next part. This is called nightwear. Nightwear. And nightwear is something that we wear when going to sleep. Now, let's go ahead and give you the name of this image right here. This is called a nightdress. Nightdress. And a nightdress is worn. A nightdress is worn by women when sleeping. When sleeping. I'm going to go ahead and put this in a box for you. And a nightdress is nightdress is worn by women when sleeping. Now, moving on to our next clothing is pajamas. Pajamas. Whoops, sorry about that. Is pajamas. Pajamas. And it is worn by both men and women when going to sleep. So the image here is called pajamas. Let's not forget that. Whoops, sorry about that. I misspelled it for you. It's whoops, sorry again. It's pajamas. Forgot the J. Let's not forget it. It's called pajamas, and pajamas are worn by both men and women when going to sleep. Now, moving on to my next clothing. It's called a dressing gown. Dressing gown. It is worn by both men and women, both men and women wear it. They both wear it, and it is worn. It is worn before or after sleep. Now, moving on to our next clothing. This is underwear. Underwear for both men and women. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in a box here. And this picture, this image you see here is called boxers. Boxers are underwear worn by men. Underwear worn by men. And they are called boxers. Now, moving on to my next part. This is called a bra here. This is called a bra. And a bra, whoops, sorry about that. Let me go ahead and change colors. And a bra is worn by women underneath underneath the clothing. The picture you see here is called a bra. Let's not forget that, you guys. This is called a bra. Now, moving on to my next image, my next picture. This is called panties, or it can be also called women's underwear. And this is worn by a woman. Worn by woman. This is called panties, or it can also be called women's underwear. Now, moving on to my next clothing. These are called stockings. Stockings. And stockings, whoops, sorry about that. Stockings are worn by women under skirts, mostly under skirts. So the image you see here is called stockings. Let's not forget that. This is called stockings. Now, moving on to my next clothing.